Firebase authentication. And once the user logs in, you will be able to look at his key, and you will have option to either accept the key or to reject the key. Once he clicks on accept, the key will be sent back to the admin, and the admin once logs in back, he will be checking how many keys have been accepted and how many keys are rejected. So if he checks how many have accepted and it's equal to the threshold, he would be launching it. And he also verifying he does the key regeneration using those received keys, and if it matches with the master key, then we'll be launching it. Otherwise, it would be a root. Now let's have a short demo of it.
Button, and we have used Ionic framework to develop this application. As you can see, as the users haven't accepted yet, the fields are showing empty. For demonstration, we are showing only the login for a single user. This is the login portal for the user one, and the authentication is done using Firebase. And parallelly, we are also doing logging from 5 different Android devices. For the user one, the key, as you can see, is 14. Upon clicking launch, the user would be accepted.
So we take one or two questions for the team. We'll probably finish it.
And the key would be sent back to the admin. You can see the master key has been matched with the regenerated key. Master key is the one that's generated using the h of x polynomial, and the regenerated key is based on the keys that we receive from the users. Upon matching, the machine would be launched, otherwise it would be aborted. Login portal for the
we have 5 different users, and all the users have different collections. For security reason, one cannot see the other key. So we have made the security guys also made sure that we don't share the key with others. Whatever you see, key 14 or whatever it is, it's specific to a user. If you log into a different user, you will find a different key, like key 5 or something which he calculated using the phone number.
The next team for Jam is the brokers.
You're the broker.
All right, we are the brokers, and we bring you an investment analytics website. Our tool helps investors focus on the right statistics so they can make the right decisions. Traditionally, the problem is that investors like to focus on positives, such as retirement and profit, and avoid negatives, such as death and loss. To that end, our tool helps investors shift their focus from money to savings and retirement towards how much they're going to leave their family after they die. We also look at realistic expenses after retirement, including adjusting for inflation. We also look at projecting out savings, looking at what's going to happen if at the ideal interest rate versus what happens if the current trends continue. Finally, we're going to, since stocks can go up as much as they can go down, we're going to look at what's going to happen if the current trend reverse. And now for our demo.
All right, welcome to our main screen. In the top left, we summarize the investor's profile information from registration. The risk profile selection was converted into an overall percentage of interest based on industry convention. Moving to the right, we try to shift an investor's view from the short term to the long term by going, instead of to retirement, looking all the way to death and how much money they're going to leave their family. In order to create realistic expectations, finances after retirement take into account their actual standard of living based on their salary and adjustments for inflation. Our system compares the user's ideal earnings expectations to their actual performance in investing so far, using two different curves. Moving to the bottom left, we try to take the investor's focus from watching daily fund prices to looking at the overall effect of their decisions on a 5-year trend. Since a stock can lose as much as it gains, we balance their expectations with projection of what happens if that trend reverses over the next 5 years. Finally, moving to the right, we...
All right, questions? Those were chosen by the investor at registration, and they gave us the additional date they bought it, and then we looked to use Yahoo Finance to get the last traded price on that day. Yes, we looked at their fund interest annualized, and then we projected that long term. Yes.
What are the factors did you base your ideal calculation on?
Can you say that again?
What are the factors did you base your ideal calculation?
We used market convention based on the risk profile they selected.
Based on the risk profile line?
Yeah, they selected a risk profile during registration, and they can include that they want to be moderate their risk, aggressive, or mild. And we use the generalized market convention for those general risk profiles, such as 10% being a moderate interest rate. Yes?
Yeah, why are the savings going into negative after a certain age?
That's because they retired, and then we looked at what their expenses would be if they kept the current standard of living, and also adjusted for inflation.
Say, won't they have savings after retirement?
They would, but when you take into account the expenses, realistic expenses, typically their funds start to drop really quickly, which is the goodness of our tool. We look at focus on what's going to actually happen after they retire, instead of giving a certain amount when they retire. Any other questions? Thank you. We're the brokers.
We have the next team, lane 7. It's the losers. That's a weird one.
Good evening everyone. We are team users and we are here to give a demo on the HNR block use case, that's the community forum. It's just a demo of our community forum website. Just take a look at it. The basic homepage, we have login and the users are allowed to register first. It's the registration page, and then after registration the user will log into the page and they are he or she can create topics. You look at we are showing the data and the user is creating is giving the details here, and you give the name here, and after posting it, it will be posted and it will be saved in the database. And likewise, any other new user can log into the community forum, and he or she can comment on the existing threads. It's just a simple comment. And there's a simple search functionality also. And I'll go back to the presentation part. Yeah, now as you can see, it's just a usual community forum implementation, but when we are in the process of implementing it, we thought like improving the functionality. putting the employee for perspective. Like we thought of implementing the machine learning algorithm in the community forum. Like for every text, will machine learning algorithm like the sentiment analysis will be implemented. And as you can see here, the green, red, yellow buttons are missing. The green indicates like if there's an urgent issue where app is not working or where he needs the reset part or something like urgency. Where the employee will see the red button, green button, and yellow button, and he'll give the priority to the red button. Now, we haven't implemented it actually. We thought of implementing it, but we couldn't implement it. It's just improvisation for the existing community problem. Thank you. Any questions? For the existing, the one we have done, we have used the 5 days DB, and we have used the languages from for front end. It's useful into that.
And one challenge we faced is like we got to implement this improvement as a further phase of the evolution of community forum, as we haven't ever been seeing like these type of sentiment analysis to be imported. We have also got to put it into work, so that's what we are working on. And apart from that, dimensions or the normal stuff working on the existing.
The next team to jam is Train 7.
Train 7, and we are here to present our application which we have developed for doodle kit use case, that is sentiment engine. Here we have the main aim of this use case is to develop an application to analyze a specific problem using some sentiment analysis. Everyone will get into that. Main sentiment analysis means we will be doing it through Twitter, but we have used here Meetup API, which we found it very interesting. Our main motive of this particular application is to give the events for the users based on the sentiment analysis and some specific topics. If you look at the system architecture, we are streaming the data from Meetup API and we are storing it into app-based IO using the intermediate server as Node.js. And from the application, that is the front-end application, we are fetching the data from app-based IO and querying the data from app-based where the real-time data will be fetched, and the sentiment analysis is done using Alchemy API. If we go into the demo, okay, this is our front end, and as I said you, the tweets will be streaming in app-based IO, and once the user clicks on like one events, so the data will be fetched from app-based IO and it will be streamed here in real time. If you see here, the sentiment analysis is also given based on the events comments which is given by the event holder, and also based on the topics you can search the events, and this data everything will be coming in real time. And if the user clicks on particular link, he can go to the event. And one more feature is the event location is shown on the Google Maps also. Thank you, and any questions?
Or just citing the sentiment.
Actually, for each and every event when the user will be giving the comments, already the existing comments will be there. That comments we are considering and we are sending it to Alchemy API. Based on that, we are getting whether the comments are positive, negative, or neutral.
The next theme for Jam is streaming coders.
Good evening, everyone. We are team streaming coders. So, R is a web application where we are actually made a web application which is powered by Twitter Neuron. So, what we are doing is we are connecting the tweets from Twitter and we are using the streaming engine which is Twitter Neuron. So, which is a successor of Storm, which is like streaming of real-time processing engine. It is a real-time streaming engine and it's a fault-tolerant engine. So, we have provided like 3 features where we are calculating the top 25 trends. Secondly, we are calculating the top 10 trends where we are displaying them on the Google Heat map. And thirdly, we are displaying the tree view where we are actually collecting the data from tweets that the data is getting from either from iOS, from Facebook or web applications. So we'll show you how it works. And on the architecture side, we have collected the data like tweets on the Firehost. We have created the topologies on the Neuron. After that, we have Java classes where the data will be pushed into the data files and it will be running on the Python server and it will be displayed on web browser through HTML, CSS and we have used D3.js for visualization. So we'll show you the demo part.
This is a word cloud which is used to display the top trends. As you can see, the size of the word, it is based on the more number of tweets. And we have given a counter where it will actually refresh your web page after 30 seconds and the tweets will be refreshed.
So after a frame of 30 seconds, the tweets will be refreshed.
The second feature will actually classify the data based on the sources where users will be using different devices to tweet. So as you can see, it's a tree view where the sources will be using Facebook, Android, web application and iOS. So, and it will give optimal map in a form of heat view. So as you can see, it's a world map where the top trending tweets are displayed.
What was the output from each of the board when you did it? What was the output from each board? Output from the each board. So it's like depends on first every topology there is a different output. For suppose we have used the geolocation topology. Throughput is around like it's based on the number of tweets coming. So it's the Heron is a event-based mechanism. So whenever tweets come, it fires the event and it processes the tuple. So it depends on how many tweets are coming. It processes all the tweets which are coming. How much did you observe? We have observed around like for every 5 minutes it is around 100 to 200 tweets. And we have filtered the tweets based on the geolocation. Like if tweets contain the geolocation, then and then we will fire. Now how about the task parallelism? Task parallelism is like if we are using local machine, then we can specify the number of parallel tasks in a code. Like there will be for parts of the data or depends on the like we have to specify them like how we want to specify.
The next team for Jam is Zeristos. Can we have team Zeristos, please?
we team Zerestos are going to present our solution to the DSD use case robust resume maker. Every college student knows how innovating it is to create a decent resume. With our application, you can create your resume within a minute. Now, we show our demo. This is our home page. First, we need to sign with LinkedIn. It's a bad that since LinkedIn has restricted the API usage, we can retrieve only the basic user fields. Now, the LinkedIn has successfully signed in. To get details about education and work experience, we need to log in through Facebook. Now, the Facebook has successfully signed in. Now, we need to enter the appropriate GitHub username and CodeWatch username in the text fields and click on Try Coding Challenges. When you click on Try Coding Challenges, in the iframe, you can able to take coding challenges based on their skill and experience. These coding challenge reports are retried from the CodeWatch API, and we will be able to display on the resume. Once the user completes the coding challenge report, click on Get Details button. Now the resume is displayed on the browser where you can see all the necessary details. Now we can generate PDF of the resume which is displayed on the browser by clicking on Generate PDF button. Now you can upload your resume which you have downloaded to the Firebase console where the admin can see the uploaded files. This is the Firebase console where you can see the downloaded files of what the user gets uploaded. Thank you.
Do you have a PDF version that you can show? Just curious, how does it show? Does it just take the web page, or are you reformatting the different?
No, actually we take the total web page. We just given the resume div tag so that we just take that particular field in the PDF.
And then for the coding challenge that you have,
Yeah.
how does it document the resume?
Um,
Does it show?
Yeah, we just did that. Once you complete your coding challenge report, when you click on the button, you have a CodeWatch API where since the user is giving their username, we can able to retrieve their results whether they complete the challenge, and those results can be retrieved from the CodeWatch API, public API. That will be displayed in the resume.
So it'll show what challenge you have.
Yeah. So what basically we fail for the LinkedIn has restricted the API usage, so we can't detail the full profile details. So we need to sign with Facebook to get details about work and work education experience and something like that. Thank you.
So the last team for Jam, certainly not the least, the Invincible Champs. Can we have you on stage, please?
This is team the Invincible Champs, and we designed this coding application for evaluating the teams for the hackathon. So the technologies we used is ASP.NET Web Forms, C#, jQuery, SQL Server, and IDE we used is Visual Studio, SSMS. And it is also hosted on somi.com, so you can check our application at hackathon.somi.com. And we'll have a look at our demos so you can understand how
This is a coding application we designed for evaluating the hackathon competition, and it is hosted on somi.com. Once we open the web application, we can see the use cases given by the companies, the teams participating in the competition, and the scores they received from the judges. Basically, we have two user logins. One is for the admin and another is for the judge. So we log in here with the admin username and password. So the admin has the privilege to add or delete the use cases, add or delete the companies, add or delete the teams, and add or delete the users. So we can see here how we can update the company details. Whereas the judge has only the privilege to add comments and update the scores throughout the events. This is how the results are viewed. So the key functionality of the application is that it is fully responsive. So it is fully compatible with any device. The results could be viewed in any device. Another functionality is that the results could be updated dynamically and visualized as and when the score changes.
Thank you.
I'll give a couple of minutes for the judges to rank the teams, evaluate the teams. Appreciate our sponsors. So we have a token of appreciation from UMKC for all the sponsors. So I'll call one by one. We'll begin with Vijay. Can you have Balaji? Luke? Linda from DST? And Malti and Vijay and Balaji are from HR Block. Luke and Linda are from DST. PJ from IBM. And we have Shazad from Sony. Thank you guys for your support. We'll just take a couple of minutes to finalize the results and then we'll have the prize distribution. We have the results for problem solving. We'll do that first because we'll have the audience waiting for so long. So we have 4 winners for the problem solving. The first one is Gopi Krishna. The second one is Vijay. The third one is Sri Ramanaju. And the last one is Maulika. Again, I would like to remind all the winners for today, the pitch and the jam, and all our industry partners, that we'll be having a networking event. There'll be a lunch tomorrow at noon. It will be in Florsheim Hall at UMKC. So just a reminder about that. It's going to be an event where all our sponsors, our industry partners, faculty, and all our winners will be present. It's going to be a networking event. So just to get to know each other well before we ask technical questions, whatever it is. So just give us a couple of minutes. We are ready, almost ready with the results. Can we have all the industry partners on the stage, please? The industry partners. We'll start with the jam first, prizes for the jam, and then we'll go to pitch. So the second prize in jam goes to Invincible Champs. Yeah. The first prize in jam goes to the brokers. And I request all the winners to stay back. back after the event. We'll give you the certificates for the prizes. So now we'll move on to the pitch category. The third prize for the pitch goes to, any guesses? I'll give you guesses for the 3 positions. Let me see. Rahul, you can take all the goodies. The person who guesses it right can get all the goodies. It's camcorders. Second prize for pitch, again, do we have any guesses? Avengers? It's not the NSA. Who's going to be the first prize winner? The minion on the top. Who's going to be that? Avengers. Okay. Team. It's rules.
Guys. Thank you.
Thank you. With that, before we close the ceremony, I'd like one more team to be called upon stage. It's the organizer team. Can we have all the organizer members on the stage, please? Whatever event has happened, however successful it has happened, it's all because of these guys. A great team to work with. They put their effort for the event. People who have not submitted their resumes to the resume repository, it's just a reminder. You can actually submit your resumes to the repository. We can give it out to the industry partners. You can take a look at it if they're really interested in finding some candidates for their job. That would be an ideal place. So make sure you submit your resumes. Have your best resumes out. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful evening. And There are some goodies at the very front. You can come and grab those.
Quick announcement, if the winner teams haven't collected their certificates, please come to the front. We have your certificates here.
Thank you.